The Boys Love Mandy Lane was director Jonathan Levine's debut film, and it stars Amber Heard as the title character. And basically, what happens in this one is there's this girl, Mandy Lane. She's very, she's a very good girl. She doesn't do drugs. She's a virgin. All that kind of stuff. All the horror cliches of that kind of thing. And there's a bunch of high school students, a bunch of high school boys especially, who are trying to, well, I'll leave that to your imagination. And they all go to an isolated ranch for like a vacation type thing. And this is, of course, a horror film, slasher film. And no, I really do, and I really do love horror films. A lot of horror movies are some of my favorite movies of all time. Some of them are pretty bad. But slasher films I've never really gotten into. There are some that I like, some that I'm not a huge fan of gore. I like that stuff left up to the imagination because it's a little bit more freakier in my opinion if you don't see everything. But as far as slasher films go, I gotta say, I really did like this one, which is surprising because from the look of it, and if you look at some of the reviews, it doesn't look like it's going to be that good. But it actually is. I feel like this one is very underrated. It subverts expectation in a lot of ways. It kind of leads you to think that something is going to happen, but then it's revealed that it happened in a different way, and you're like, not bad. Not bad at all. And I really like that. Now, this is not a perfect movie by any means. I mean, I feel like it kind of feels at parts like he couldn't decide whether or not he wanted this to be an art film or a regular horror slasher type film, because it kind of jumps around in a few parts, and I feel like with a clearer focus, a clearer vision for those areas, this could have been an even better film. And it is still a cut above your average teen slasher film, teen horror film type thing, because it has some good dialogue, I think. The kills are not too bad. Like I said before, I'm a bigger fan of not showing that much. This does show a lot, but not way too much. And I feel like the art scenes are not too bad. It's just weird. It's just it takes too sharp a turn sometimes. The soundtrack of this also, not complaining about that. That was pretty good too. And I liked how they did some interesting things with the soundtrack. All the acting was pretty good. I mean, none of it is outstanding except for Amber Heard. She does a really good job, and I do feel like these characters did grow more throughout the film. The actors inhabited the characters better the further along the film went. At the beginning, the acting was worse, in my opinion. I don't know if that's for sure. I'd have to go back through and watch it again. But you do actually care about these characters, which is very refreshing compared to other horror movies like this, where they make you feel like you kind of want to see the people die. I didn't really want to see a lot of these characters die. There was one guy I didn't really care for. I didn't really care if he died or not. But the other characters, yeah, I really did care about them. And that was interesting. That was a refreshing take on something. Another place I feel like this film could have done better on is making a stronger motivation for stuff that happens. I walked away understanding the motivation, but feeling like it wasn't enough, if you know what I mean. I do like how everything isn't explained, though. I feel like that's an interesting addition, because a lot of times stuff is kind of force-fed to us, and and that also leads me to something else. The score in here didn't necessarily force you to feel a certain way about certain things. There are scenes where a horrific image is shown, but no loud music or anything to kind of make you jump. There's also a lot of interesting things going on in the background in some scenes that I noticed that were really disturbing, actually, and I really appreciated that. That was a great addition. All in all, what I gotta say about this is it's definitely enjoyable. If you like horror movies, if you like slasher movies especially, definitely check this one out and give it a try. I would recommend this one. It's not the best movie ever made, but it's far from being the worst. I'm gonna give this one a 6 out of 10. Definitely check it out for your horror slasher fans. If you are weaker of stomach, I would not go in for this one. But still, and if you hate horror movies, why would you even watch this? But anyway, I recommend checking this out. 6 out of 10, guys. Thanks for sticking around the whole time. Subscribe, watch another video, like, comment, do whatever you want. Tell me what you think about this. Thanks for sticking around the whole time, guys. Till next time.